Starting now.
Let's see. There we go. Hello, everybody. It's Leah. It is 3 o'clock on Sunday, at least on the East Coast of the United States, and it's time for a little something. What I'm going to need to do is come up with a theme song, but I'll work on that. In the meantime, I had a plan to sing songs from my songbook, The Good Morning Melodies, but then I played a live show in Hagerstown last night. I had yesterday afternoon, and I had a beautiful time, and everyone there was so wonderful and gracious. And I had my iPhone recording, so I figured, you know what I'll do today? I will share that concert with you guys. And if you are inclined to share a little something in return, there will be information for how to do that on the bottom. And if you care to give a comment, weigh in on some way so that we have an exchange going, it'll just add to my beautiful day. And I hope that you, wherever you are having a wonderful day as well. See you soon.
I'm going to turn my phone on vibrate and encourage you to do the same.
There we are. Hi. It is a very different experience seeing to human faces, even masked human faces, than to screens. I usually just start right in with a song, but a little bit of a preface seems appropriate. Perhaps because of my upbringing, and thank you, Adair, for that trip down memory lane. It's so funny to hear your own bio. You know, to hear somebody like, yeah, that happened. Cool. That is so true. So it's part of my joy in this music thing to sing songs that are sing-alongable. My son, Jacob, who is 11, refers to Tony Fauci as the Vice Minister of Sickness. And according to the Vice Minister of Sickness, we're not supposed to sing at each other, right? At such close range. So in the spots where I would usually encourage you, like, this is familiar, sing along, or this is going to get familiar really quickly, sing along, humming still works because you're keeping all of your goodness to yourself. So if you feel like participating, clapping, stomping, humming, those are advised. If you start singing, I'll point at you and say, no, I won't. But, you know, I just thought I'd start with that right out of the bat. I also knew exactly what song I was going to start with. And then Sir Creed, beautiful. He didn't suggest something else, but it felt like a suggestion, a cosmic suggestion. So this is a song that I've learned in the last couple of months. Oh yeah, it doesn't want the djembe. I might want some tambourine. Come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan, whoever you are. Wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan, whoever you are. Wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Wanderer, worshiper, getting come, leaving. Heart is so careless and you are. Come, yet again come. Thank you. So I don't know about you, but this has been one heck of a crazy year. And my daughter, the eldest, says, don't speak in past terms, Mom, because the year's not over. It has been really, really something this year. A doozy is an understatement. But one of the joys of this doozy has been opportunities to play with myself. And I could just go like right off the deep end with this metaphor and the innuendo and all that stuff. But I do have toys for playing with myself. And I've brought many of them along. Some people chuckle and some are like, shame, shame. Anyway, you got to get your fun where you can get it in a year like this. So I've got this looper. And it is a tool you already have seen that basically allows me to record on the fly, generally in time. It's very rhythm dependent. So when I am in rhythm and I stomp at the right time, then I can record what I've done and then loop and layer things over it. So there'll be a lot of that this afternoon. There was none of that in February of this year. That just was not part of what I was doing. I was teaching preschoolers, very fun. I was performing with a bassist and a drummer from time to time and doing some solo stuff. But I don't remember the exact date, but it was kind of like the world flipped from this is what my calendar looks like, this is how I perform and share, this is how I earn, this is how I present my gifts to the world to nada, nix, start over from scratch, kiddo. And that was not really my favorite day in history. It was very challenging for me to, I guess everybody experienced that day in different ways. Everybody knows what that feeling was, and to some extent still is, because we're still riding this thing, figuring out where it's going and how it's going to play out for us. But on that specific day, I chose to go into a room, turn off the light, get down in a sort of a fetal turtle position, and just have a good, long, ugly cry, which for me was as therapeutic as anything has ever been. I am a, I could just spend the next hour talking, but we're in. My blood type is B positive, literally, and I am an optimist, much to my family's chagrin. And generally, let's say what I am learning this year is to honor the fear, honor the hurt, honor the difficult, and then, as I was taught in my Baptist upbringing, to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, not to hang out, not to pitch a tent. And it has been a year of discovering how to move through the challenge. Another sunny day today. I lay in the grass and watch these little angels play, wondering why folks believe the lies that make us lose our faith and make life so hard. Lately I have been afraid. I've been so unsure I very nearly ran away. But where would I go when everywhere they know that it's not who or why, but how much you love? And I've loved so pure, so deep, it fills me till I lose myself. I shake, weep, I never want to lose that to this great big hurt. This world can be full of lies, full of pain. I believe that love will reign if we let it, in this great big world, in this great big world. I don't always feel this way. I've seen rainy nights and times when I've been drenched for days. And I've wondered why couldn't I stay dry? When my sky is crying, nothing's quite right. Then I get the view through Layla's eyes. I know that she is pure, and somehow I'm not too surprised to see in this girl the beauty of the world. And all I seek or feel is that perfect love. It's so pure, so deep, it fills me till I lose myself. I shake, weep, I never want to lose that to this great big hurt. This world can be full of lies, full of hate. I believe that love will reign if we let it, in this great big world, in this great big world. Am I going too far? Am I losing my mind? Is this just who we are? Will there be enough time to find us waking, no longer mistaking life for something less than what it is? A little chance to shine and share in these amazing gifts, with a bit of pain and sure a touch of rain. It's still so beautiful, it fills me with love. So pure, so deep, it fills me till I lose myself. I shake, weep, I never want to lose that to this great big hurt. This world can be full of lies, full of pain, but I know now that love will reign when we let it, in this great big world, in this great big world. Come, cup. Great big world. Great big world. Great big world. Thank you. Thanks so much. So that song was written about 18 years ago, pretty exactly, when the world flipped on its head a different time for us Americans. I guess everybody here looks like you were there for that and are familiar with what I'm talking about. And the lesson then was the same as the lesson that I'm receiving now, is that when everything goes wacko, the only thing that I can know for sure is my own response. I can control how I respond in the situation. And I choose love. And it is the guiding principle of my life, and it's making this time bearable. It did at that time make it very clear to me how and why we would continue as a species. When in doubt. So this is a song called Lead the Way, in which I address love directly as not an individual, I guess, as an energy, and request its wisdom and guidance, because sometimes my own does not cut it. Love, would you guide my feet? Love, would you light my path? Love, lead the way. Love, will you fill my needs? Love, will you do the math? Love, lead the way. Lead the way. Lead the way. And I will walk with trust today. In all I do, And all I say, I will follow. Love, lead the way. When I don't know what I'm doing, when nothing feels okay, love, lead the way. When everything feels broken and I'm holding fear at bay, love, lead the way. Lead the way, lead the way, lead the way, lead the way, and I will walk, and I will walk with trust today, with trust today. And all I do, all I do, and all I say, and all I say, I will follow, I will follow. Love, lead the way. So I'm going to do that chorus again. If you feel inclined, maybe you want to clap. Lead the way, lead the way, lead the way, lead the way, and I will walk, and I will walk with trust today. Help me to walk with trust today. In all I do, everything I do, and all I say, all I say, I will follow. I will love, lead the way. Love, lead the way. Love, lead the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I mentioned my 11-year-old Jacob, and I mentioned my 20-year-old Layla, who yesterday, literally yesterday, moved to North Carolina to be with her sweetheart. Oh, no. It's like, yep, that's the definition of bittersweet. And there's another one, a 4-year-old, Lucia, who is our empress. She is not bossy. She is the boss. That's awesome. She's fabulous. She knows what she wants and she gets it. So, but this song, I did not write. This song was written by the amazing Joni Mitchell. She just happened to have written it about my eldest daughter. What else can I say about Layla? Precocious from the start, born early, you know, like that kind of person who like couldn't wait to get out into the world, and has just been on her own trajectory, creating her own timeline, her own reality sometimes. And we don't, I'll sing that song next because that's another one I can dedicate to her. It feels appropriate, and I know she hears me because one thing she and I do have in common is belief in all kinds of stuff that we can't see or prove. It's great. When she was about 6, she and I teamed up to convince my husband that human beings are technically animals. And I'm very happy to report that he does now accept that because he's heard it from scientific minds. He still doesn't believe in the likelihood of extraterrestrial life or many, many supernatural phenomena. And I'm not necessarily looking to like convince him of any of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want empirical evidence to be like, see, told you. But that reminds me of a meme that Layla showed me a couple of months ago. Oh man, so many good, hilarious things. But this is the one that sticks with me. it's a picture of two sort of, you know, that classic image of extraterrestrials with like the, you know, little green folks from Mars, that thing. And there are two of them, and they're looking at each other. One of them is biting their nails. And like, oh, this is exciting, but I'm nervous. We're up next. It's 2020. There you go. A little 2020 humor for you. Guess we'll see. Yesterday, a child came out to wander and caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky is full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, and floated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday make his dream. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in a circle game. "16 winters, 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town." Is that genius or what? Tell her, take your time, it won't be long now. Till you're dragging your feet just to slow the circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We are captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. Years gone by, now the girl is 20. Her dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. There'll be more beams, maybe better dreams, and plenty before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We are captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in a circle game. We're going round and round and round in the circle game. We go round and round and round in the circle game. Thank you. Joni. And speaking of Joni, Peter. How many of you guys are familiar with Peter Mayer? His writing, his singing, his musicianship? So few, so few. Okay, so now you all know. petermayer.net. When you have a moment, maybe even when you feel like you don't have a moment, that's exactly the time when you're like, everything's a hectic rush and I have no time for anything. That's the time to go check out Peter Mayer's work, because you will I believe that you will get a fresh focus on whichever song you pick. That's the beauty of his gift, is somewhere between the scientific and the spirituals, where his lyrics land. His musicianship is eclectic. His voice is beautiful. I highly recommend. So what I was going to say before I started the last song is that Layla and I, despite being very similar in a lot of ways, maybe for that reason, often butt heads. And there are a few pet peeves that I haven't mentioned to her sweetheart, but I'm very curious to see if he writes me like in a couple of weeks, why didn't you warn me? Well, why didn't my sister said we should make a t-shirt for Layla that says, I was raised better than this. Like, we didn't have time before she moved, so maybe we'll pack her one, send her one for her birthday. But she's a lovely, lovely person with some questionable habits that I don't think she learned from me, but you know, who can really see themselves clearly. But one thing that I've been doing since the beginning of the shift is I've been taking a daily walk. I used to do that before, but the day after that kind of mini breakdown I told you guys about, I got up, I took my walk. I figured, you know, there are things that I can continue to do. Some things I can't, some things I still have access to, and one of them was taking my walk. So I got up and took my walk. And as I was walking, I asked the question to no one in particular, but the question was, okay, so what am I supposed to do now? I was over the complete freak out, but it was just a question. What do I do now? And the answer came in the form of a song. Maybe I'll sing that after this song. It's like I'm always one song ahead of what I plan to sing now. But so since I've been doing that, many mornings I take a walk, and many mornings a song will come, sometimes in response to a direct question, and sometimes just as a gift. And so this is a song that came maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and that I have been using as medicine. I call it song medicine. I used it a couple of times. I could say I used it on Layla because she was doing, you know, one of the things that she does that drives me nuts. And I just started singing it to myself, not out loud, just to myself. So technically the medicine was for me, you know, and it helped me. It didn't change a thing about her. She just went on doing what she was doing. But my consciousness just went, whoop, oh, right. And now I'm starting to use it on my husband, who is lovely in so many ways. There are so many wonderful things about that person. And one in particular drives me right up the wall. But I'm using that medicine. Next time we see each other, it'll be like, what trouble? What problems? There are no problems. It's all here. It's all storytelling. So this is that song, and then I'll surgically attach it to a Peter Mayer song. Just as you are with, no, you bad note, looped forever. Okay, so try that again. Just as you are without changing a thing. Just as you are, I accept you. I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in just as you are. Just as you are. Just as you are without changing a thing. Just as you are, I accept you. I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in just as you are. Just as you are. Just as you are without changing a thing. Just as you are. Just as you are, I accept. Just as you are. I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in just as you are. Just as you are. Just as you are without changing a thing. Just as you are. Just as you are, I accept. Just as you are. I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in just as you are. Just as you are. Just as you are without changing a thing. Just as you are, I accept. Just as you are, I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in. Just as you are, just as you are. It's not far to another heart. It's not far to another heart. You can hear it if you listen hard. It's not far. It's not far. It's not far to another's eyes. It's not far to another's eyes. You can see through them if you try. 'Cause it's not far. It's not far. It's not far to another land. It's not far to another land. And if you walk there, then you might understand that it's not far. It's not far. It's not far to the other side. It's not far to the other side. You can build a bridge, you can swim there if you like. But it's not far. It's not far. It's not far to another heart. It's not far to another heart. You just reach out from where you are. It's not far. It's not far. It's not far. It's not far. Thank you. Oh, a lesson, a lesson. So I'm going to speak my truth as inclusively as I can. So I live in Northern Virginia, and one of my neighbors very early this year put up a sign for the candidate he supports for the presidency, and it's not the candidate that I support for the presidency. And so I would walk by his house feeling this sort of fear, feeling like some like low-level judgment, not even probably, definitely, I can own that, and making assumptions about what kind of person he is. And this is all before I'd met him. I didn't know this guy. It's sort of a few blocks over. I had no idea who lived in the house. I just saw the sign and I saw the house. And one day I had the opportunity, it was early, and he was on his front porch doing whatever. And I just felt compelled to walk over and go, hey, you have a beautiful home, because that's the truth. Also, why do you support this candidate? Not you evil, awful, whatever, just why? Can you explain why this is the sign that's in your yard? And he started to speak, and he spoke probably 15 minutes. I didn't really often try to get a word in edgewise, partially because once he got going, it was like, he was going. And I'd never heard some of the things that he'd said. I certainly didn't agree with most of them. A few things I could go, yeah, me too. I see that exactly the same way. Many things I was like, what planet are you living on? And how can it be that we're on the same planet, having the same experience, having seen the same things and look at them so differently? By the end of the conversation, I said, you know what? I would shake your hand if it weren't for COVID. I wish you the best, and I wish us all the best, and I kept walking. And that's relevant to me because when I was singing that It's Not Far song, and often when I sing it, and there's a couple other songs that I sing that talks about, that says, let our hearts not be hardened to those living on the margins, is one of the lines in a Carrie Newcomer song. And I often think of that in terms of immigrants. I often think of that in terms of people who see themselves or who may be seen by others as disenfranchised or oppressed in some way. I don't often think of it in terms of people who look at things differently than I do politically. But it's an opportunity, to say it's not far from where I am. My love for my family, my love for my life, and wanting the best for our country. And I happen to see that that can be accomplished through a certain way. But my neighbor's just another person who has his perspectives. He's not evil because he's going to vote differently than I will. And that may seem like duh, but for me, it's kind of like, oh, right. We can live on the same planet and disagree. My parents taught me that lesson. My mom, Baptist, my dad, equally devoutly atheist. And, here I am, kind of awesome in between them. So, it's all so okay, you guys. I know it doesn't always look that way, but deep breaths, right? Deep breaths. And just love your neighbor, man. That's pretty much the only thing that book could be whittled down to three words. Love your neighbor. Maybe 6 words. Love yourself, love your neighbor. So this is that song I was talking about. What was I supposed to do? What do I do? This is the answer to that. Keep your heart wide open, though the waves want to push you around. You've got to keep your heart wide open until your faith brings you back to solid ground. I'm gonna keep your heart. I'm gonna keep wide open. I'm gonna keep my heart wide open. Although the waves want to push you around. Although the waves want to push me around. You've got to keep. I'm gonna keep your heart. I'm gonna keep wide open. I'm gonna keep my heart wide open until my faith brings you back. Brings me back to solid ground. Until my faith brings me back to solid ground. I'm gonna keep your heart. I'm gonna keep wide open. I'm gonna keep my heart wide open. Although the waves want to push you around. Although the waves want to push me around. You've got to keep. I'm gonna keep your heart. I'm gonna keep wide open. I'm gonna keep my heart wide open until my faith brings you back. Brings me back to solid ground. Until my faith brings me back to solid ground. I'm gonna keep my heart. I'm gonna keep wide open. I'm gonna keep my heart wide open. Although the waves want to push although the waves want to push me around. I'm gonna keep your heart. I'm gonna keep wide open. I'm gonna keep my heart wide open until my faith brings me back to solid ground. Until my faith brings me back to solid ground. Thank you. Thank you very much. So all that said, there are sort of 2 words that have been really meaningful for me, and meaningful in the sense that I'm looking for the meaning of them. I'm trying to figure out what they mean to me and accentuate them in my life. And they are freedom and power. Because I believe that all of us are born with those energies, those tools, those elements as part of us, just as naturally as we get up and we learn how to walk at 1 or so. Freedom and power are innate to our human experience. but like, what even is freedom, right? What even is power? Today, I'll just share with you an epiphany that came to me. You can take it, you can check it behind you, and I'll just tell you that power, my current working definition of power, is the ability to choose how I respond to any situation. That is what power is. I don't need to control anyone else. I don't need to control the circumstances. I have the power to decide how I respond in any situation. And I'm feeling like freedom has a pretty similar meaning to me right now. So that's what this song is all about. And I would have been asking you guys to sing along on so many songs, but like, you don't know where Fauci is. You could have like drones. You don't know. So, anyway, freedom is my birthright. Freedom is my birthright. I was born in freedom, and I will grow in freedom. I claim my freedom now. Freedom is my birthright. Freedom is my birthright. I was born in freedom. I will grow in freedom. I claim my freedom now. Freedom is your birthright. Freedom is your birthright. You were born in freedom. You must grow in freedom. I bless your freedom now. Freedom to love. Freedom to live. Free to receive. Free to forgive. Out the sky. Freedom is our birthright. We were born in freedom. We must grow in freedom. I claim our freedom now. I bless our freedom now. I bless our freedom now. So we've come to the time in this afternoon's presentation. Anybody have any requests? That's kind of random. Maybe I can sing it, maybe I can't. If I can't, I will promise you this. If I can't sing the song, then I won't try. So that's my gift to you. But if I do know it, or if I've heard it, and you're willing to kind of sort of hum along, any suggestions or thoughts for songs that I should know by the next time we hang out? No? Okay. Oh my goodness. I love that you asked that. Because I'm standing here with an acoustic guitar and she just asked me for Aretha Franklin. That's so awesome. No, that's fabulous. I do know, but I love that you're thinking outside of this wee box. That's cool. And I will sing this song for you as best I can. Nope. Yeah, let's try that. Why not? Since we're getting outside the box. This is going to be great. This is going to be vocal percussion and wood chipper. Think about what you're trying to do to me. Come on, think. Let your mind go and let yourself be free. Come on now, think. Think about what you're trying to do to me. Come on, think. Let your mind go and let yourself be free. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go way on way back when I didn't even know you. I could have been too much more than 10. I ain't no psychiatrist, I ain't no doctor with a degree. It don't take too much IQ to see what you're doing to me. You gotta think about what you're trying to do to me. Come on now, think. Let your mind go and let yourself be free. People walking around every day taking names and keeping score. You're trying to make other people lose their mind. Be careful you don't lose yours. You gotta think about what you're trying to do to me. Come on now, think. Let your mind go and let yourself be free. I said freedom, oh freedom, freedom. We all want freedom. Everybody wants freedom. I'm singing about freedom. Come on, sweet freedom. Come on, get you some freedom. You need me, and I need you. Without each other, there ain't nothing either can do. We got to think about what you're trying to do to me. Come on now, think, think, think. Let your mind go and let yourself be free. One more time, let's say freedom, 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 hey, freedom, freedom. Everybody wants, everybody needs. Come on and give it some. Hey, ba 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 da. This is the part where everybody goes, beep, beep, you know, that thing. Not today, next time. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, we got another request? Come on now. I'm not surprised, yeah. Yeah, now I'm thinking. Sure. This is certainly not what you had in mind, but I like your attitude. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, walking on a freedom land. Oh, ain't gonna let my own fear turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let my own fear turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Oh, ain't gonna let no racism turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no sexism turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Anybody got an energy that needs a stern talking to? For real, you know what I mean? Like in myself, fear, that's the first one I need to sit down and go, you don't drive this bus. Get in the back seat. And so I'm asking, is there any energy, any illusion that you want me to sing to right now and let it know? Nice try. Doubt. Got it. Doubt. Let me get two more and hope I can remember them. I got you. Anybody else? Apathy. apathy. And what was yours in the back, my dear? Faith. So this is a little tangential, but one of the teachers I listen to says that we are always believing in something. We always have our faith working. You can't turn it off. It's always working. The question is, what do you believe in? And based on your faith, how are you acting? How are you showing up? Because the real truth is where your feet hit the ground. So I'm going to sing To Doubt, kind of because I kind of almost feel like you're talking about reverse faith, like faith in something other than what's going to propel you or us forward. So I'm singing with both of you there. Doubt, loneliness. Got it. Ain't gonna let no doubt turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Oh, ain't gonna let no loneliness turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no loneliness turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. I ain't gonna let no apathy turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no apathy turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Try, you can't turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, and marching up to freedom day. That's good. Thank you. Is that the hour? Awesome. Sweet. So let's do one more song. If only that were an A, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. So a couple of years ago, I heard this song somewhere. I hadn't heard it in a while. Like, I could give you the short version or the long version of this. I was raised in a household where my dad had a mighty beautiful fro and sequined vests and vestiges of the time when he played trumpet in that band, Black Heat, and they were doing like this thing, you know, like serious hardcore stuff. And my Uncle Chip was the front man, and he was like, you know, catching just awesome dramatics in addition to the music. You know, this is before my time, but I've heard the legends. That's how my folks met, and so that's deep, deep, deep in my blood. My dad was scandalized when I first started to play the acoustic guitar and gravitated to sort of this thing. That feels good to me. My dad does not get it. He does not like it, but you know, that's just it's all good. And that's kind of relevant in that when I started playing, I was about 13 years old, and the people I was hanging out with, we had moved from Baltimore City to Montgomery County, and music changed. There was a lot of from gospel, a lot of gospel and soul, rap and R&B to like classic rock. I was like, what is this strange music? What are these sounds? Electric guitars doing what? So like, I had never heard of Jimi Hendrix when I was a kid. Or Bob Marley. I am really way off on the tangent. I don't want to say goodbye. That's what's happening. But so I really appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate each of your presence. I appreciate Candy and Dick. Is that right? Our hosts. Thank you so much for letting us be in this space with you today. And I appreciate you guys giving me someone other than the mystery people on the other side of my camera to sing for and with today. But this is a song I learned when we moved to Montgomery County. And I hadn't heard it in probably 10 years. And then I heard it twice in a row, like within the same 24-hour period, last year, and I just took that as an invitation. You want to play this from time to time, girl? And I was like, yep, I will. So this is my way of saying see you next time, and I love you so much. 'Cause love is but a song we sing, and fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring and make the angels cry. Although the bird is on the wing, and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together and try to love one another right now. Some may come, some may go, we all will surely pass. When the one who left us here returns for us at last, we are just a moment of sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together and try to love one another right now. I know you hear the song I sing. I know you understand. We hold the key to love and fear in our trembling hands. And just one key unlocks them both. It's here at our command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together and try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together and try to love one another right now. Right now, right now, right now.
What a perfect ending. Thank you, Leah.
Hooray! So that was what I was up to yesterday afternoon in Hagerstown, Maryland. If you hung out for just a little bit, or if you stuck around for the whole show, I appreciate you so much. It was great to see Callie weigh in. I haven't seen you in ages, girl. Thank you, Linda, Patricia, Busy, Sally, and everybody else who partook in whatever way was good for you today, or if you're in the future. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you next Sunday. Take care.